Okay, hello everyone and welcome to a new digital homework video from me, Teacher Jamie. So today we're going to learn about resultant force and Newton's first law of motion. These ideas help us understand why objects start moving, stop moving, or keep moving. A force is simply a push or a pull. When more than one force acts on an object at the same time, we can add them together. The single force that has the same effect as all the forces combined is called the resultant force, and we can think of that as the overall force acting on the object. So, imagine we are pushing a box to the right with a force of 10 newtons, and our friend is pushing it to the left with 6 newtons. These forces are in opposite directions, so we subtract them. 10 minus 6 equals 4, so the resultant force is 4 newtons to the right. The box will move to the right because that force is stronger. Now imagine both of you push the box to the right, one with 5 newtons and one with 7 newtons. The forces are in the same direction, so we add them. 5 plus 7 equals 12, and the resultant force is 12 newtons to the right. So the box will move even more easily. But what if the forces are equal and opposite? For example, 8 newtons to the right and 8 newtons to the left. These cancel out and the resultant force is 0. When the resultant force is 0, we can say that the forces are balanced. So this brings us to Newton's first law of motion. It states that an object will remain at rest or continue moving at a constant speed in a straight line unless acted upon by a resultant force. In simple words, if the overall force is 0, nothing changes. A stationary object stays still and a moving object keeps moving at the same speed and in the same direction. We can see this in daily life. A book on a table does not move because the forces are balanced. Gravity pulls it down and the table pushes it back up with an equal force. The resultant force is 0, so the book stays still. In a car, when a driver brakes, a new force acts, changing the motion. That is a non-zero resultant force. So, remember, resultant force is the overall force after adding or subtracting all forces. If the resultant force is 0, motion does not change. If the resultant force is not 0, the object will speed up, slow down, or change direction. That is the key idea between Newton's first law, and it was a big step in understanding motion in physics. Okay, hope you found that interesting, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.